All right, folks, it's time for another webinar from Archer Components. We're talking about the paddle remote today. Stay tuned and find out more. So early on in 2019, we decided that we wanted to build a paddle remote. We knew that the ergonomics and the performance gains and the similarity to what folks were used to on their bikes really was going to be the driving factor here. So we started out, built some prototypes, and we're pretty stoked there towards the end of 2019. As you may or may not remember, things went sideways in 2020 for everybody. So in 21, we put together a team. We brought in some new engineering resources, and we started to really focus on the paddle remote in earnest. Now, one of our other engineering clients that we were doing some work for was using Hall effect sensors to do some of their sensing and their switching technology. So we realized that using a Hall effect sensor, which is effectively a little sensor that gets triggered when a magnet passes over it, we figured that Hall effect sensors could be a great way for us to seal the entire enclosure of the paddle remote and then just use a magnet to pass over the surface of that sensor and trip our switches. That gives us a sealed design, and it gives us an opportunity to keep water and dirt out of the housing and away from the electronics. We also embraced new 3D printing technology for this design. Multi-jet fusion 3D printing from HP is a nylon 3D printed material that allows us to really do crazy designs. We can have overhangs and pockets and random wall thicknesses, things that you normally wouldn't be able to do with injection molded plastic. We can do that with our MJF. So we put all that together in late 2021, built out some prototypes, showed them off at Sea Otter, and folks were really stoked on this thing. One of the cool things that we've incorporated is USB charging. There's a small door here where you can plug in a micro USB cable and charge up your remote. The remotes get about 50 hours of runtime between charges, and charging usually takes about 25 to 30 minutes. All paddle remotes come with micro adjust enabled by default. There's a small button on the back. Press that button while you're riding, and then the paddle will step the current gear in or out by 1/4 millimeter increments. And finally, we've got a Cerakote coating around this. Cerakote is a durable, ultra-thin ceramic-based coating that is very scratch resistant and UV resistant. The Cerakote also gives us the ability to do colors. So you can see I've got the green here, we've got blue, red, gold, and graphite black. We can also do custom colors, and just contact us and we'll get you some more information about that. Another really cool thing about the technologies that we have embraced here, the MJF and the Hall effect sensors, is that we now have the ability to flip this design over, have a left-hand remote that is identical, gives you great ergonomics over on the left-hand side. I think we're the only company out there making an ambidextrous electronic shifting system for you. Another thing to note is the weight of the remote. So just the remote alone is about 36 grams. Once you add in the clamp and the bolts and all the mounting hardware, you're pushing about 50, which is far less than the folks over at SRAM. Their bare remote is 70 grams. All right, that wraps it up. Short and sweet. The new paddle remote from Archer Components. We're shipping pre-sales this week. We are so excited to see these out on the trails near you. Hey, if you're a bike shop and you want to have these in your shop, hit us up at sales@archercomponents.com. Of course, tag and follow us on Instagram at Archer Components. I think that's it. Keep your wheels dirty and your shifting clean. Have a great day. Thanks.